The Raj Kulo, or the Royal Canal, is the traditional water supply system in the Kathmandu Valley that started in the Lichavi period from 500 to 800 AD and was further developed in the Malla period 1420 to 1768 AD. The Rajkulo was built to irrigate the paddy fields in the villages and provide drinking water in the cities. This intricate system originates at the natural water resources intakes in the surrounding hills of Kathmandu Valley and brings water through open canals to the ponds at the edge of the cities. The ponds recharge the natural aquifers at various places throughout the city, which in turn feed the hittis or the stone water spouts placed at strategic places in the city through a highly developed underground canal system that filters the water as it flows to the hittis. Presently, the Rajkulos are in poor to good condition at different parts as it flows from the intake to feed the hittis in the city core. The Hitti and the Rajkulo are an integral part of water architecture of Kathmandu Valley. Besides functioning as the main source of water for the neighborhood, these intriguing pieces of architectural elements still play a vital role as religious and social spaces. The Hitti and Rajkulo are supported by ponds and wells that are part of the traditional water architecture group, along with the ghats, riverside cremation sites, and jadau, drinking water tanks. Most of these hittis are still the only source of water for many, especially the urban poor. The municipal water supply system has not been able to provide adequate drinking water to the urban areas, and a large population still depend on these traditional water supply systems. However, the unplanned building construction and infrastructure growth in the expanding urban core is affecting these ancient systems, especially with the loss of ponds that help in recharging the water architecture. Till date, out of the total original 59 hittis in Lalitpur, about 30 are still functioning, while the rest have been either dried or been buried. The Nagbahal Hiti, located at Nagbahal, has been dry for about a decade and urgently needs renovation works. Nagbahal is one of the biggest courtyards in Lalitpur and was originally a Buddhist monastery. Although the original structure no longer exists, this Bahal or monastery still retains its religious and cultural significance. The Dipankar Yatra, a religious excursion around Kathmandu Valley that occurs once in about 18 years when all the 5 auspicious elements align, is celebrated by both Hindus and Buddhists, originate from this site. Nagbahal is also the site where the 5-yearly Patan Samyak, the assembly of all the Dipankar Buddha images from Patan and its surrounding areas, take place. There are 3 individual taps at the Nagbahal Hiti. About halfway down the steps leading to the Hiti is a large standing stone image of the Buddha of a later date. The construction date of the Hiti is unknown, but the northeast corner of the area around the Hiti are stele about 3 feet in height, with 4 figures of different Buddhas carved on it, dates to the 8th century. Before the restoration works, the supply of water at Nagbahal Hiti was very poor, and the outlet was also partially blocked. There were no major structural problems. The source of this Hiti has been identified and is located in Kwabaha. The inlet canal from the source of the Hiti is more than 530 meters in length, passing through dense residential area. The Nagbahal Hiti Rehabilitation Project, funded by the US Ambassador's Fund for Cultural Preservation, has worked to rehabilitate Nagbahal Hiti supply line and protect the water source. The rehabilitation works included repairing the inlet and outlet canals of the Hiti by digging several holes for maintenance that help to precisely map and clean the canal. The mapping also identified the private and public plots above the supply line, which is essential for preserving the supply of water at this Hiti. These holes for maintenance are marked in the documentation map for future repair works and have been filled with gravel, sand and earth for filtration. General repairs of the Hiti reuse the existing materials as far as possible and have made this a focus of the courtyard once again. The flow of water has increased noticeably since the restoration works. However, only the protection of the inlet canal and groundwater recharging will ensure the future of the Hiti. There is an urgent need in the valley of Kathmandu to recharge the groundwater. Since the city water supply is inadequate, the majority of the city dwellers are depending on individual deep water wells, that is overextending the natural groundwater resources and decreasing the water table rapidly. More and more people are digging deeper to access groundwater without recharging the groundwater, which will only add stress to the system. This project has set an example by documenting the Hiti system and providing valuable information for its future maintenance. Nagbahal can follow the example of other Hitis such as the Alko Hiti and store the water at night and redistribute, benefiting a larger population. Recharging the groundwater will have long-term effects on the water supply systems of a larger area. This project can be further replicated in other Hitis to revive the ancient water supply system that has been supplying water in the urban areas of the valley for more than 1,000 years.